more questions? In the glasses?
I was wondering, Daniel, this part has such a big fan base. Did that put a lot of pressure on you when you were writing the script to get everything just right, or did you kind of just go with it?
Well, certainly when I was alone in a room, I wasn't feeling the pressure, and then suddenly I felt like something outside my door, and what's that? It was like, it's like 1,000 elephants attacking me. Something like, oh, geez. Okay, nobody told me what I was getting into. Yeah, so I still feel the pressure. Mark, my brother, very wisely doesn't go on the internet. He's not on Facebook. He's like, but I have to read everything. It's just, but I'd say most of the fans are quite, they understand that. It's kind of like, we just saw Gravity yesterday, that, the book is the big space station, and the movie's got to be that little thing that shoots out of the space station. So we try to bring as much as we can on our journey, but most people understand we're not going to get everything. It's interesting, there's a very important person out there in the audience today. It's one of our producers, Don Murphy's niece, Nicole. Now she read the books when she was a long time ago, when she was 15, like a couple years ago, and she's the one who convinced Don to take it on, and then Don convinced me to do it on. Well, we showed the movie to Nicole last night, and I sat like 2 people away from her, and I was like monitoring everything, and she's watching this movie, and we got thrills in the movie, she doesn't move. We got romance in the movie, she's not moving. We got comedy. Give me a laugh, girl. Give me a laugh. She's not laughing. I'm like, I'm gonna strangle this girl. And then when we finally end, she turns around and there's one bead of sweat coming down her face, and she says, "Amazing." So I'm in a good mood today. And also, it's been very great, Rochelle. Just the way Rochelle reacted to the script. I mean, she was very surprised, and I guess she's friends with everybody else, the people who write Twilight and Beautiful Creatures, and they all come to her with their sob stories. They have a little sewing circle together, and she's like, wait a minute, I thought the script was supposed to suck. Well, wait, this is actually great. This is actually, makes everything clear, and she really loved that, what she gave me with Rose, I went and really ran with it, and so I think it's a challenge, but it's, I love a challenge, and I think everybody's going to be happy.
Well, they're done.
Okay. You guys have there's already such a huge fan base, and did you guys have any weird fan interactions at all yet?
Are you making a proposition for here? Has anybody had any weird run-ins with fans yet?
I have to say that there was, we were all staying at the same hotel in London. I think it was kind of cute for this group, because frankly, one of the things I loved about our cast is that every Saturday night I'd see like an entire mass of a dozen of them going into cabs and going out together. It was like the Americans and the Brits and they'd all be gathering up and heading out together. And I remember there was this group of fans from Europe, I think they were from France, who were there with signs up, and these guys are so flummoxed because they've never actually experienced that kind of thing, but they know how to handle that. Like, are you guys seriously here for us? And they quickly scurried into their cab and drove off. But they were there. I think it was kind of cool for them just to see that people care that much about it. But I think they'll get used to it now.
Yeah, wait until the movie comes out. It'll be a lot of weird then. We have time for a few more questions. Right there in the black shirt. Yep.
As you know, we can't make vampire happen for the movie. Is there like one scene in there that you wish they cut out that they can tell us about now? Cut out?
You have to speak to that one. Because Danny did the thing with me where, I think I've read the Vampire Academy novel 3 times. But when I got the script, I started to ask questions of so wait, did you kind of, don't ask. And so, because he said you have to stop remembering, because you remember the things you'll hate me for it. And so, but Danny knows more than I do, I think, about the things that he artfully concealed. So for the most part, all the big important scenes are there. There's not a single major moment that I think that has gone missing, but he might know better than I.
And a lot of the dialogue too, like a lot of the big speeches are very parallel, very similar.
Yeah, and a lot of times I just consolidated things. Like, you know, I mean, there came a point in the book where, yeah, I just remember when the rabbit dies, like, and Liz is, oh, that bunny, and like, come on. How many animals do we got here? Like, you know, so, I did some consolidating. So, like, you know, I kind of made my peace with everything. And, like, but then, so I said, like, you know, I don't think I cut anything that anybody's going to mix. And then I started to read the fans. Well, they better have this. And, I'll announce right now, I'll say it, like, you know, when you have a male writer adapt a female author's book, some things are going to get lost, and, you know, I'll say it, like, I can't have Dimitri by lip gloss, like, you know, it just, it's just too lame.
Got a point.
I mean, it's such a part of the book, but it's, oh, while you weren't looking, I snuck off the book. You're emasculating my Russian like this. Sorry, Michelle. Okay, that might fly estrogen town, but
People are gonna start mailing you lip gloss.
yeah.
You'll be short a lip gloss. Okay, right there.
Oh, crap. Okay. Crap, what was my question? I didn't know you would take that.
That's you. You want to think about it? Okay, with the star.
Yeah, my question is more for Mark and Daniel. What sort of did you visualize when you read the book, and how did you transfer that to a cinematic space? So, like, yeah, how did you transfer, like, the tones of the book to a visual?
You know, one of the interesting things about the adaptation, and Danny's spoken to this before, you know, but it was weird as it was just shooting some of the major scenes. I'd forgotten that everything happened at night. You know, like, because you're reading a book and it's like, oh, this is a school day, and you're like, and you know you've read it, that it's an off schedule, but then there's suddenly lighting, like, you know, spending hours lighting a huge courtyard with you know, night lighting, and everybody's working from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. every day to shoot it. You're going, oh right, the whole movie's at night, you know, and the visual look that gives things is much kind of cooler and interesting than I ever really imagined when I was reading it. You know, the other thing that was like immediately distinctive about the book when I started reading it, I thought it was something I'd never really seen done in a movie before, was this idea of her, as Danny calls it, Lysivision, you know, which is when, you know, like when Rose kind of is in Lys's head. And that was something that we had a lot of fun with. You know, kind of did a lot of things with kind of steady cam POV shots and other things, kind of like getting scenes from Lys's point of view, as well as from other angles as well as what happens to Rose. We did something I think really interesting and distinctive with what happens to Rose and happens to her eyes as she kind of goes into Lysivision mode. And so those are some things that were immediately kind of exciting and visually distinctive to play with.
Yeah, I mean, I would add that just the school where we shot it in Charterhouse in England, just showing up there in the location scout, like, you know, it was just like, wow, like, how could this not be what everyone envisioned St. Vladimir's to be? So it was like completely ripped out of your mind. That was very cool. Yeah, and you know, I think even when the cast is not exactly like the way they described in the book, to me, that they really, their souls were so alike. Not for Sammy and Mia, but you know, just the alchemy between Lucy and Zoe is like very much similar to the relationship. Because I can't imagine, like, when you try to mix and match different actresses with them, you can't imagine it seems like you're breaking a force field. And that seems wrong. And you know, and as far as Sammy's haircut, you know, we had like, we read like 400 girls with ringlets, and you know, and suddenly Mia turned into like a half-hour TV sitcom version of a high school bitch. It was just like, and then when Sammy shows up, I go, okay, oh my God, Mia's got game. Like, she's modern and cool. And you know, and I thought it was great what Sammy brought to Mia, as far as, like, she says, bringing some emotion to it, bringing the backstory. But then when we watched the movie with some people, like when she gets punched, they still cheer, and I'm like, what? You're not crying? I thought you were crying. But you're still vicious.
That's a really lovely note to go out on. I've been told our time is up, so thank you guys so much